to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Ready. Go red. Strike blue. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Chiefs hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, a script to prove in the early part of the game. Other teams, a script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So with that pick, Charles, I mean, now they score here. You feel like they're really in the catbird seat in the first quarter.
Yeah, they certainly are, but think about it from the other side. They came into this game thinking they've got to keep up with their opponents.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Black shot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Baker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pressure back in inside time on second down. So after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Garbage.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But two teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But again, man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they want to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And going deep for Hill. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he...
And he takes it into the end zone from a Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And he's got a man, complete, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change? It's caught inside the 25.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson from 21 yards away. And the the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing it?
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one. They end up as a touchdown. Got incompletions on the first 2 throws. Has them hovering up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here we go. Ball ready. Set.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 64 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. Here's Mecole Hardman. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, There's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Right through.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra. Set.
He'll drop to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Blaster, 6.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Black shot.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Booker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Legarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
WTF going on?
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a catch right side by Evans. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
With how the coverage was positioned, off was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with
Yell
less
Mike off.
experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Ready, break.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Steel, black. Hey, blue. Claws red. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And we're going to
If you went to blink, you be ready for this.
seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Still got a chance. Gotta stop his O.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So he did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Black Ultra.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And some room to run now. And he'll be out right at the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep. And while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Here we go. Blaster, 6.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
There he goes, left side. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nigga Carl Duchisi rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. And doesn't that just sum up for... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
43 rail. Ready.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last time. He was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%. Extra game film, extra time.
You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Hunter Long, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Ready.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
Ready.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Yellow. Real green. Hey, green.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Yellow. Blue.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Blue striker. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that he would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Spike, white. Slide through. Ready.
Tua going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken out to the side. Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
10 cycles.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Down. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mike Evans, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came through, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be full down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Shoulder pushed him upfield.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to pass. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready, ready. Red, cycle.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you know, this is a chance to pile on the stats, and they got their way. They're trying to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And now here's another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Green Jack.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mike Evans, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches that also think that if you pull it completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here we go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. This is caught by Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His huge night, he just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving.
17. Go red.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for KC. 56 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The quick slant caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Drill green.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long. Let the rest of the league take notice.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as he just added on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Step it up. Ready. Claude red. Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Fight.
Tua now on 1st down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. admit he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25.
Let's go.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Flag blue. Go pink. On the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
And this is caught at the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2 to throw again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been putting the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Down. Blue.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Ready! Smash! Break!
Second down and goal. Tua. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. With 2 remaining.
For his time, you're not supposed to be getting hit. Yes, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur for this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the ball. On the hut.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario. They took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Kansas City, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.